Is Steph Curry top 10? He's a 4-time NBA champion, a 2-time MVP of the league, a 1-time Finals MVP, all-time leader in threes, the second greatest point guard of all time. Yes, the second greatest point guard of all time after Magic. And no, we are not done with the 90s. He also has an NBA All-Star MVP. Curry's career averages are 24.8 points, 6.4 assists, and 4.7 rebounds. So is Steph Curry top 10? Who is universally agreed to be top 10 according to the majority of NBA fans? We have Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tim Duncan, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, and Shaquille O'Neal. These are the players people usually universally agree are top 10 players of all time. For the most part, we agree they are top 10. Then we have Kobe Bryant. Even though you and I both know he is definitively top 10, there are idiots out there who say Kobe isn't even top 15. I know, that sounds crazy and absolutely ludicrous, but there are people who have the sentiment that Kobe isn't top 15. Insane, I know, right? Kobe, the 2008 MVP, 2 times Finals MVP, the 5-time champion, the 4-time All-Star MVP, the 15 All-NBA selections, 18-time All-Star, 12-time defensive teams. It's safe to say Curry isn't better than Kobe, and Kobe is definitely top 10. At worst, he's a top 8 player of all time. Then we have Bill Russell, the 11-time NBA champion, RIP, 5-time league MVP, 12-time All-Star, the most amount of rings in the history of the sport, and 5 MVPs. You can't argue against that, regardless of the era. We're not done with the 60s, bro. Especially when it comes to Bill Russell, that you can't top 11 rings. 11 rings is impressive. It doesn't matter the era, you know. So that leaves Wilt, 2-time NBA champion, has the Finals MVP, 4-time league MVP, 1 All-Star MVP. He's a 13-time All-Star and 10 All-NBA selections. I'd have to argue if there was going to be anyone from the top 10 who is going to be usurped or replaced by Stephen Curry, it will have to be Wilt. His only saving grace is his 4 MVPs. That's more than Kobe's, that's more than Shaq's, that's more than Tim Duncan's, that's more than Larry Bird, that's more than Magic Johnson, that's more than Steph's. But that's all. He only has 2 championships. How was he ever in the top 10? Putting him in top 15 would have made more sense. I know Bill Russell was absolutely dominating Wilt's era, beating Wilt in the finals multiple times, you know. But with only 1 Finals MVP, Nikola Jokic has 1 Finals MVP. Steph Curry has 1 Finals MVP. Tony Parker has 1 Finals MVP. Dwayne Wade has 1 Finals MVP. Kawhi has more Finals MVPs than Wilt. Kawhi has the same amount of chips as Wilt. So if we're gonna argue a player being removed from the top 10, to put Curry into that position, it would have to be Wilt. Let me know what you think in the comments, but I think Wilt is the player you have to take out of the top 10 in order to put Curry in top 10 positions. You can't remove anybody else, you know?